Killing games, death games, battle royales. They fucking rule. Danganronpa, Zero Escape, Raging Loop. There's a distinctive amount of people who love these games. Whether it's for the intriguing plot, the plot twist heavy writing, or just murder. That's what makes these games worth it to read time and time again. Today, I'm going to tell you about yet another killing game. Not your average killing game, but yet another killing game. No, seriously, that's what it's called. That honestly has been one of the best killing game stories I have played recently. Let's get right into it. Yet another killing game is relatively simple in its premise. You wake up in a house with two girls, but no one is allowed to leave until someone dies. Why? Who did this? Who should die? Well, thankfully, that's all up to the protagonist, who can be anyone you want it to be, but in this world, it's the lovely and delicate Bruce Tina the 22nd. Waking up, we meet our two main characters. Cecilia, the eccentric girl who loves the occult and isn't afraid to stir up shit, and Oriana, the more logical and moral girl whose thorny exterior doesn't necessarily match what's inside. Both being in the same club and university, of course, the occult club, they decide to investigate the mansion they're currently trapped in, which is speculated to be related to the disappearances in the surrounding area. The protagonist is amnesiac, which is the meta reason why you're allowed to choose your name in the first place, and also makes the mystery even deeper. There isn't much time to learn much more about their personalities and the general situation before the killing game jumps into action, because they only have one day to escape, or decide who dies. Bruce Tina, along with the other characters, immediately begin to start investigating. All they know is that they are in a suspicious mansion with occult-like origins surrounding it that seems disconnected from reality, and they have limited time to figure out its mystery. The main gameplay aspect of yet another killing game, when not simply a visual novel, revolves around searching amongst a specific room for things and making choices. One should note that Zero Escape was a huge influence for this game, so keep that in mind while reading it and approaching its mystery. Although you don't have to solve your way out of escape rooms, so be thankful for that. I appreciate that when the choices you make matter, it is very obvious. I despise games that needlessly give inconsequential choices to players, and there are a lot of choices scattered throughout the game. I mean, technically the choices don't matter because the entire game is linear in the fact that every ending is mandatory, but semantics are for romantics and witches. Yet another killing game also gives you the option to skip investigating areas after you've done it once, which I appreciate so much. I seriously would have just not finished the game if that wasn't the case, because while the story isn't super long, it's thrilling and makes you want to jump straight to the next ending. Riding that thought, let me tell you my impressions on the story as a whole. Now, this might be blasphemy to everyone, maybe even to the developers, but I like this novel more than Zero Escape. I'll get into my issues with Zero Escape maybe another day, but right now, let me tell you why I love the plot of yet another killing game. Don't be fooled by the name Yet Another Killing Game like I was. I thought the plot would be a meta commentary on killing games based on its name, but the story stands on its own two legs as something entirely unique. Regarding the overarching mystery, it feels well thought out for the length of the novel, slow drips information at a reasonable pace, and doesn't leave any questions when all is said and done. Every ending has something to offer, and some of the more thrilling scenes will keep you on edge. If I had any criticism, the highlight of the final route felt a bit anticlimactic in the fact that you have to save and load a bunch if you make the wrong choices, but I digress. Overall, the story beats in this novel are also really well done. The endings are interesting enough to keep you going, and by the time things begin to overstay their welcome, new areas are unlocked, and there is more to the mystery to uncover. The characters themselves manage to stay interesting for the entire novel. Every time you think you know all there is about a character, some hint is dropped, and all of a sudden you begin to doubt them. Even yourself. Though I really enjoy the mystery, the evolving characterization of Cecilia, Oriana, and the protagonist, in this case Brucina, is one of my favorite parts of yet another killing game. I haven't spoken a lot about the protagonists, but they aren't one note in their feelings despite being amnesiac, and of course are their own enigma. There are also some Easter eggs to uncover as you read through the story and uncover new information about the plot, which is always a bonus in these sort of killing games. I always find it hard to do story thought sections on mystery visual novels, because obviously I don't want to spoil much, but I hope that brief section is enough to convey my fondness of the story. But the story isn't the only highlight. As you can see, the sprites, CGs, background art, all look phenomenal. I find lots of people avoid English original visual novels because they don't like the art style being not anime enough, but this is up there with the best. And my god, Cecilia. I love Cecilia. When she looks at me with those yandere eyes, all I can think is, I gotta get in there! Even the protagonist has lots of unique sprites, which isn't common in many visual novels. Huge plus for me. The music is a blast, especially the soundtracks when you are searching the room for clues. It's mysterious when it needs to be, thrilling when it wants to be, and overall, this is one of the few VN soundtracks I'd buy on Steam if it were an option, which I don't say often. Yet another killing game is yet another visual novel you should add to your library, especially if you are a fan of death games. Being priced at $22 Canadian, it might be a bit expensive for a 5 to 6 hour visual novel experience, but its quality in every aspect is undeniable. This has been a short video, but again, I hope it has conveyed to you how much I love this game and how much I hope you give it a shot. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one, which hopefully isn't like 6 months from now.